We're now in the early stages of the fourth industrial revolution, which is bringing together digital, physical, and biological systems.
One of the features of this fourth industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what we are doing, but it changes us.
And eventually AI won't just model the low level what the shape is, but it'll model the cell and the organ and the organism.
If you have enough data about me and enough computing power and biological knowledge, you can hack my body, my brain, my life. You can reach a point when you know me better than I know myself.
We will come to accept entities that are not biological as conscious. But it's not going to be, okay, machines on the right side of the room, humans on the left. If you talk to a biological human, they will have lots of non-biological processes going on in their body and brain. Those computers will be out in the cloud, so the thinking of that, quote, person isn't even just in their body and brain, even in the non-biological portion. It's out on the cloud. So it's going to be all mixed up. There's not going to be a clear distinction between human and machine. The bottom line is we are one human-machine civilization.
It will not only change how we communicate, how we produce, how we consume. It will change actually us, our own identity.
Not growing the virus at all, but just getting the sequences, getting the appropriate protein and sticking it on a self-assembling nanoparticle that is much, much more immunogenic.
Injecting robots into a human's bloodstream sounds terrifying. But what if I told you science has developed so far that they are actually doing it on purpose?
Making the mRNA is really easy and really cheap, and that's the magic of this thing. We just need to mess around. There's a lot of lipid nanoparticles, and some are very self-assembling.
Let's take a look at a 2013 presentation delivered by Israeli scientist Dr. Ido Bachelet from Bar-Ilan University, boasting about the development of programmable nanorobots thanks to the funding of Pfizer.
So this syringe has inside it 1,000 billion robots. So these robots are each 50 nanometers. 50 nanometers is about 2,000 times thinner than the thickness of your hair.
Species Homo sapiens, if we survive, will probably have so much power that we will change ourselves using various technologies so that our descendants will no longer be Homo sapiens like us.
Emotionally, it is easy to dismiss the work of Dr. Maria Mihalcea, for it is very disturbing. But her work is shown through scientific testing and backed up by government and NGO documentation. And the evidence shows that humanity has already been infected with cutting-edge surveillance nanotechnology. She also points out the important fact that the elastomers being fabricated by DuPont for this soft robot technology are made of the exact same chemicals found when analyzing the messegens, a compound that displays liquid crystal properties, found in targeted individuals. And they appear to be the same compounds she found in the blood of the vaxxed, as well as the blood of the unvaxxed. The building blocks of hydrogels are being found in the COVID vaccine, and hydrogels are being found in the blood of both the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. They are the so-called blood clots that are being found around the world, and these hydrogels can now be programmed, encrypted, and decrypted. And it's spreading. Evidence shows that the vaxxed are shedding this to the unvaxxed. A review by the RAND Corporation, Brain-Computer Interfaces, U.S. Military Applications and Implications, discuss the convergence of human with machine. In an interview with Big Pharma whistleblower Karen Kingston discusses this self-assembly nanotechnology and how the spike protein is an engineered device, triggered by electromagnetic frequency, and how the quantum dots are gene editing technology. This nanotechnology appears to be distributed via chemtrails, the food and water supply, medications, and in all of the scheduled vaccines for children.
These transhumanists who have literally a satanic hate for humanity, the creation of God, want to digitize every cell on Earth, every microbe, and track it as well as, again, upload it into what's called the metaverse. I am a certified chelation practitioner, and the amount of metals that I'm pulling out of people is extraordinary. So we have been systematically poisoned, but not just us, but all life forms on Earth. The rain is filled with this poison. The trees are sucking it up into their root system. So their agenda ultimately is, number one, to fuse biology with technology. The ultimate end result is that machines will take over all biology. This is an evolutionary step that we must fight at all costs, for they want to exterminate all natural humans. When you synthetically alter the human DNA that has a very specific vibratory frequency, that is also frequency specific with all of nature, we are all interconnected with the oneness of creation. That harmony is being disturbed and is out of sync when we are fusing with technology. So they're creating literally a Borg hive mind in which there are no free thinkers, there is no free will, you're just simply following the program. So we all must stand up and insist that the creation of God and the diversity of our biosphere is so beautiful, so evolutionary, magnificent. I have seen the same blood changes of these filamental self-assembling structures that are literally replacing the blood and are using the blood as a substrate to create these blood clots. And I've seen extraordinary blood clots in the unvaccinated as well. This movement is really about the final destruction of the divine human being, and we must resist at all costs. At this point, it's a fight for our survival, and I believe that denial kills people. If they're not aware of this and they don't want to do anything about it, they don't want to hear it, they have this stuff growing in them like a cancer, and eventually they will succumb to it.